Good morning, guys. How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm all right. It's been a rough morning. Okay, though. We'll make it. Hey, Manny, I have a question for you.
Yep.
Hey, are you or do you have any time in the next well, really next week to maybe help me with state vet science contest?
Possibly. Let me just check my calendar to make sure I have nothing going on.
It's probably going to be like judging practicums, which you can kind of do on your own.
Okay, yeah, I could definitely do that.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
So I agreed to host it for
Got
some
it.
dumb reason. It's really not a good decision. Um, and we ended up with like 45 more students than
Oh,
we
okay.
anticipated. So we've got like gosh, we've got 160 or 165 contestants, and they've
Oh,
got to do
wow.
3 practicums. So that's over 500 videos to watch.
Yeah. Okay.
So if you
Yep.
could take like 30 of them, that would be awesome.
Yep, I can definitely do that.
Okay, thanks, Manny. I appreciate it. I'll send you an email this afternoon, okay?
Sounds good. I'll be
Awesome.
waiting for
Thank
it.
you.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, good morning, guys. I've talked to a couple of you already this morning, so it's good to see you in here again. Um, I just want to briefly, I don't have any poll everywhere questions or anything. I know we're kind of getting to the really heavy portion of the semester, and not just in this class, but I'm sure in all of your classes. And so what I want to do today is I'm going to spend just a couple minutes this morning taking you through what's on Blackboard, expectations for this week, that type of thing. And then the remainder of our time, I can spend on group project stuff. And so this is where if you guys have group project questions, I would love to answer them for you. If you need a kickstart, I am here to kickstart you because we are essentially a week and a half out from these projects being due. And they're not something to take lightly. I very much view these type of projects as mentorship projects. So, there's several groups, like Nicole's group is a great example of that I've met with a few times, and they have a set of questions. We come together, ask questions, they go work on stuff until they come up with more questions, and then they come back. And that is how I really prefer to do this, as a mentorship opportunity, because it not only enables you guys to learn, but I learn a lot as well. And so that's what I would like to spend the majority of our time today on. And so just show me thumbs up, show of hands, whatever. Thanks, Manny, for putting your video on. It's nice to see your smiling face. How many of you guys have started, like are further than I have chose the scenario that I'm going to do, but have actually started writing your project? Okay, cool. Cool. All right. So for the rest of you guys, and some of you may be done. I didn't ask that question, but there's some that could be done. I just want to reiterate the importance of this assignment. Like, this is 100-point chunk of goodness. Okay. And so I really want you guys to do well on this project. So, all right, with that, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you. Let's look at Blackboard real quick, and then we will jump over to projects. All right, so hopefully you guys are seeing Blackboard jump up here, because I have no idea what screen I'm on. All righty, so we are into week 12. So crazy, so crazy. All right, so this week we are jumping back into material covered in the chapter. And so we are into chapter 10, which is all about kind of male reproduction, and specifically the process of spermatogenesis, or generating those sperm cells. It takes a lot of endocrine control. It takes, there's lots of steps along the way to make sure that spermatogenesis is successful. And so we're going to be concentrating this week on chapter 10. You guys have got a series of videos to watch. There's also a note guide for spermatogenesis, and then there's a quiz at the end of it. And so this week, all that is due is the chapter 10 spermatogenesis quiz by end of day on Friday, the 23rd. And so you just have one thing due for this class this week. Next week, you'll have multiple things due, right? Because the project is also going to be a part of that. If you need just a brief review of where you can find project stuff, it is actually over here in the semester project module. The assignment that includes the scenarios along with the outline that really serves as the rubric for this project is in this first link here, semester project assignment. There's some example business plans that came out of the beef class that gives you an idea of things to work on. And then the submission link that you guys will submit to next Friday, the 30th, is also in this module. So it's not going to show up in the week 13 folder. It's actually going to stay in this folder. So, all right. With that, do you guys have any just general questions about class before we jump into semester projects? Okay, cool. All right, projects. I have something that if you guys are up for it and can stomach some hard stuff to look at this morning, I'd like to share with you too. Something that I ended up dealing with first thing this morning. It was a heifer calving that needed assistance and the calf came out dead. So if you guys want to look at those pictures, I have a couple. And I can kind of tell you what the process was that we went through, because that is part of reproduction as well. And it's a hard day. I hate relearning these lessons. And so I'm going to put a story up on Instagram on the 2Docs page this afternoon, because I hate relearning lessons, but we get too comfortable and take things for granted. So anyway, but in the meantime, I would love to answer questions about the projects for you guys. And I'm just going to go ahead and stop recording because I think